morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the day's support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Friday, the 16th of July. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, looking at the hourly candlesticks, bearish start to the day after yesterday's pullback. You'll need to see Bitcoin move through the pivot at 32,080 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 33,010. Going to need to see plenty of support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from 32,500 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 33,200 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target 34,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 34,130. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 39,660 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should stay clear of sub 30,000 levels. Second major support level at 30,030 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, we had a bullish cross at the late yesterday, coming off the back of the partial recovery through the latter part of yesterday. It's a narrowing through the turn of the day, however, of the bullish histogram coming off the back of this morning pullback. So look out for a possible bearish cross. Key, however, is the 50 EMA continuing to pull back from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to move through the pivot at 32,080 and back through to 32,500 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Ethereum against US dollar, bearish start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum move through the pivot at 1946 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 2012. Plenty of support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ethereum to break back through to 2,000 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 2039.99 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, got the second major resistance level at 2106 that would likely come into play. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1852 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 1800 levels. Second major support level sits at 1786. Looking at the MACD, we have a narrowing of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day after yesterday's late bullish cross. That's coming off the back of this morning's pullback. On the EMAs, the 50s continuing to pull back from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to move through the pivot at 1946 and back through to 2000 levels. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, also bearish. Going to need to see Litecoin move through the pivot at 127 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 132. Support's going to be needed for Litecoin to move back through to 130 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level yesterday's high at 133.07 to cap any upside. In the event of a broad-based crypto rally, Litecoin could target resistance at 140 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 138. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 121 into play. Barring another extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 120s. Second major support level sits at 1164. Looking at the MACDs, we have a narrowing of the bullish histogram after yesterday's late bullish cross. That's coming off the back of this morning's pullback. So look out for a further narrowing and a possible bearish cross. On the EMAs, more significantly, the 50 continues to pull back from the 100 and the 200, signaling further downside ahead. So key would be to move through the pivot at 127 back through to 130s to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. You're looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, also bearish. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP move through the pivot at 6041. Take a run at the first major resistance level at 6201. Going to need to see plenty of support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to move back through to 0.62 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 62652 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, Ripple's XRP could target resistance at 0.65 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 0.6425. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 5817 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of the second major support level at 5657. Looking at MACD, we have a bearish cross at the turn of the day, reversing late yesterday's bullish cross. That's coming off the back of yesterday's late pullback and this morning's sell-off. So that's suggesting further downside ahead. On the EMAs, more significantly, the 50 has pulled further back from the 100 and the 200, also signaling further downside. So key would be to move through the pivot 6041 and back through to 0.62 levels to avoid another day in the red.